Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including Tesla's Robotaxi event invites, new iOS Tesla features, the Model Y dominating in China, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, one of the biggest perks of the modern age is the interconnectedness of the technology that spreads across our lives. Tesla, for example, has a very robust app that allows for owners and drivers to seamlessly control many different features of their vehicle experience. Tesla is very particular about many aspects of their car's software and has dialed in a very finely crafted user experience for customers to use on their phones. For those who don't know, Apple has just released the latest version of iOS for customers, and it comes with a few new features that could actually improve the Tesla ownership experience on iPhone even further. iOS 18 has just been released, and in it, Apple added a ton of new features that should really be useful to Tesla owners. One of the biggest is to the pull-down control center menu, which allows users to perform specialized actions that can be performed quickly anywhere without having to enter an app. Tesla doesn't have native shortcuts created yet, but for those with a bit of patience, you can make custom shortcuts using Apple's Shortcuts app. Users can swipe down to the control center, tap the plus icon in the top left, and add a control of their choosing. This will allow you to easily do things like precondition the cabin, start charging, unlock the car, or many other features. Similarly, Apple has also introduced the functionality which allows you to change the shortcuts on your phone's lock screen. The default lock screen buttons included the flashlight and camera app, but now you can easily swap those out for whenever you want. That includes those same shortcuts we just discussed. Now you'll be able to tie a feature like air conditioning directly to a shortcut on your lock screen, meaning you can easily cool or heat your car without even having to really enter your phone. Simply pull your phone out of your pocket, hit a button, and you're done. The latest versions of the iPhone also include an action button on the side of the device, which can be programmed to operate some of these features as well. If you create the necessary shortcut, that means you hit this action button at any time to perform that specific action, even without needing to take your phone out of your pocket. Similarly, these shortcuts can also be accessed through special commands available through Siri. Some other minor features include the ability to lock the app behind Apple's Face ID system, meaning that others won't be able to access your Tesla app without having scanned your face. The last one is the ability to completely customize the lock and placement of the apps on your home screen. This one is pretty niche, but if you are very particular about the look of your phone and want a more unified design aesthetic, this update gives you the flexibility to change the look of your apps, and you can even put your Tesla app just in the middle of a screen if you wish. On Tesla's end, the company has just rolled out some new features and changes to the software of their vehicles. To start, they've just renamed the Slacker radio app, previously called Streaming, to their new official name Live One. Slacker was the original default music streaming service on Tesla vehicles, but since then they've added support for a number of others like Spotify, YouTube Music, Tidal, Amazon Music, and more. Live One is available in its free form for all Tesla owners, but you can also pay $3.33 a month or $39.99 a year. That gets you access to the premium version of the app with unlimited song skipping and better audio quality. Tesla has also just released a new update which adds improved functionality to a few of their self-driving and driver safety features. Over in China, in software version 2024.26.9, they've added one exclusive feature that utilizes the car's blind spot camera. Newer cars like the updated Model 3 have an added blind spot indicator light which illuminates near the door if someone or something is present in that space. This light will now also activate when you push a button to open a door. This will give you some warning if your door will be obstructed when opening it from the inside. The feature is currently only available in China, but it would be great to see it eventually appear on all vehicles across the globe going forward which have this feature. Tesla has also just rolled out the latest version of their FSD software, which brings some improvements to those features. In version 12.5.4, Tesla has improved the vision-based driver monitoring system to work in more scenarios. Previously, drivers would have to nudge the wheel with some resistance in order to prove that they are touching the steering wheel. Recently, they removed that wheel nudge in favor of using cameras to monitor if the driver is paying attention. The first iteration of that update, however, did not work if you were wearing sunglasses, a low brim hat, or other clothing that obscured your face. The latest version has specified that it can now function if the driver is wearing sunglasses, but doesn't mention other articles of clothing. Tesla's recently added Actually Smart Summon feature has also seen a few improvements to increase its functionality. Smart Summon now has an expanded operating radius of approximately 50 feet in every direction, meaning that you can now summon your vehicle from considerably further. That feature will be extremely useful and points towards the ever-increasing functionality that will come with this software. On the more fun side, they have also added the ability to have your car play certain sounds when it has arrived to pick you up from the summon. So your car could play you a drum roll or applaud as it pulls up to pick you up. This is a very minor feature, but the kind of thing that makes owners and people nearby smile when they see it. Tesla is always working on the features in their cars, which enables them to improve the car well after purchase. It's always very exciting to see what improvements come with each update and to imagine what will come next. I'm very excited to see Tesla make some native iOS 18 shortcuts, as that will make the ownership experience even more seamless than it already is. Next up today, Tesla's next big event is coming up on October 10th, and they have not only confirmed it, but begun sending out invites. While Tesla's last few events have been held at their main factory in Texas, this particular event is going to feature the unveil of their dedicated Robotaxi. In order to demonstrate it, seemingly in a controlled environment, Tesla is holding this event in Los Angeles at Warner Brothers Studios. The official invite has been going out to invitees, and it simply says, "We Robot, 1010, Los Angeles." This is a direct reference to the movie I, Robot, but more accurately, a reference to the collection of robot stories from Isaac Asimov, which this movie was based on. Elon Musk is known to be a big fan of Isaac Asimov novels, and certain Tesla product names have taken directly from them, seemingly including the Cybertruck's Foundation series. Now they are focusing their event on robots as a whole. While the Robotaxi, or Cybercab, is expected to be the main focus of this event, some are expecting a general focus on robotics. With an invitation like this, it does seem like Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus could make an appearance in a big way. As I've noted in previous videos, Tesla has been hard at work for a few weeks at Warner Brothers Studios with fleets of vehicles circling the Warner Brothers backlot. They have been collecting FSD data, mapping data, and LiDAR data, seemingly to ensure that demo Robotaxi rides come off flawlessly. They've even been spotted with what appears to be a camouflaged Robotaxi prototype. In addition, they've had individuals with LiDAR backpacks mapping the area, leading some to believe that they could plan to have Optimus robots roaming the lot at the event. Tesla said specifically, quote, "Join us for We Robot, our official unveiling of the future of autonomy." So it's clear that they plan to show us the full future of autonomy. The Cybercab will likely be the focus, since this should be the first product in this area that they plan to release, but they have plans well beyond this. When building a full real-world AI, it clearly leads to more products than just self-driving cars. As for the event itself, Elon Musk posted it himself on X, saying, "This will be one for the history books." Many would immediately doubt this, especially considering Tesla's long history of delays with FSD and their history of broken, or at least massively delayed promises. However, if Tesla is able to achieve what they are setting out to do, it will undeniably be one for the history books. A true Robotaxi network does change the face of transportation, and maybe they'll show us how Optimus will change things as well. In a long future with fully capable humanoid robots, it does change a ton about how even an economy functions. One hint within the event was spotted by @TheEVUniverse. They noticed that the graphic behind the We Robot text is similar to one that was shared in a previous earnings report. They shared a first look at their Robotaxi app, which would allow you to summon a vehicle, see its location, control its temperature, music, and more. We have known for a while that this is the Robotaxi event, as Elon Musk confirmed himself when originally announcing it for August. However, this seems to confirm it further. Beyond that, within that summon graphic seems to be some sort of eye, or most likely a camera lens, representing the way that this will work. Tesla's whole focus, which many have doubted thus far, is for the Robotaxi network to work using only cameras and an FSD computer built on a learning neural network. If they truly achieve that, they will want to be clear that it's working, since that is ultimately what makes this technology scalable, instead of relying on something expensive like LiDAR. There's also some binary code on the lens, which on my first attempt using ChatGPT to convert, came up with the letters EVOL. This code is clearly cut off in the image, and no matter how much processing you do, you can't get all of it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it does spell out something like evolve or evolution. Robots are considered the next evolution by many, and Tesla is going all in with the We Robot branding for this event. However, this could simply be a coincidence, and it could be random code within that lens, with people reading far too much into this invite. As for the details for those attending, Tesla says, submit your RSVP before midnight on Sunday, October 6th, 2024 to be eligible to attend. Space is limited and tickets will be issued according to their availability. You will receive an email with the next steps once your ticket is confirmed. Tickets are non-transferable. You must be 21 plus to attend. IDs will be checked upon arrival at the event. Doors open at 5 p.m. and check-in begins at 5:30 p.m. and remarks begin at 7 p.m. Reportedly, some invitees have the ability to add a +1 while others don't. This event seems much more limited compared to other Tesla events in the past, and they appear to be inviting some influencers as well as shareholders. I'll say that if you do get invited and have an extra +1, I'd love to join you. My email is linked below, or you can reach out via Instagram or X. Tesla is hard at work at Warner Brothers preparing for this event. We got those leaked images of a camouflaged Robotaxi, but surprisingly haven't seen anything else since. Rumor has it that they've been there each night testing with cars that could include the Robotaxi itself, and they've been holding some sort of regular gathering with check-in tables and a large screen on the back of a Cybertruck. Maybe this is practicing for the event, or perhaps they are holding press events with embargoes, like they have done with their most recent product releases. For the Model 3 refresh, Cybertruck, and Performance Model 3, certain invited press was fully able to review it early, with the caveat that they released their reviews after Tesla's official announcement. That seems it could be the case again here, but we'll have to see. Regardless, I'll be sure to cover this event in full, and I'm excited to see what comes of it, so stay tuned. Next up today, Tesla has been producing some of the best-selling vehicles in the world for a while now, with the Model Y SUV being the most particular example. It has been the best-selling car globally for a bit now, and continues to smash records around the world. Over in China, sales of the Model Y have been steadily climbing, with it officially becoming the best-selling SUV in that whole market for this entire year so far. In the period between January and August, Tesla sold 292,489 Model Y units in China, beating out two models by China's biggest EV maker, BYD. The two next best-selling SUVs in China were the BYD Song Plus at 245,435 units and the BYD Wan Plus at 169,960 units. It's amazing to see that while BYD produces so many affordable EVs that have made automakers across the globe scared of them, Tesla is still producing a car that manages to beat all of them. BYD does have an advantage in terms of scale though. While the Model Y is the single best-selling SUV, BYD offers a ton of different options that all do very well. While the top slot belongs to Tesla, slots 2, 3, and 4 are all held by BYD. At the same time, the Model 3 refresh is doing well in China, having sold 99,198 units during the same period. Those sales aren't phenomenal, especially compared to the Model Y, but that could be partially explained by the limited global production capacity of that vehicle. The Model 3 is currently only made in two factories, in the US and China. The Chinese factory has to not only produce cars for China, but the entire Asian and European markets as well. Giga Shanghai is the most productive Tesla factory by far, and that increased capacity is going towards supplying several major markets. As it stands right now, Tesla's Q3 results from China are looking to be quite promising. They reported over 31,000 vehicles having been registered in just the first 2 weeks of September. Tesla has very few products for sale in that market, but their quality has made them an attractive option above all else. Simultaneously, over here in the US, the Model Y is poised to become the best-selling vehicle in the entire country. The most recent data shows that the Model Y had surpassed the F-150 in sales, currently sitting at 2.8% market share. That leaves it just below the current best-selling vehicle, the Toyota RAV4. While many still report that Tesla is in a slump, these numbers don't lie. They aren't experiencing the same huge explosive growth rates that they had before, but ultimately they are still producing extremely desirable cars that customers are excited to buy. I also expect that these numbers will only get better once Tesla launches the refreshed Model Y. Next up today, electric vehicles sales across the globe have been growing as of late, but they are undeniably still a small part of the overall automotive landscape right now. Gas and diesel-powered cars far outsell EVs in many of the world's markets, but that isn't the case everywhere. In fact, in some markets we are getting a glimpse of the future, where EVs are already the dominant form of transportation. If you look over at Norway, electric vehicles are smashing some records that show just how truly dominant the technology is there. To start, it is currently estimated that 9 of 10 vehicles sold in Norway are fully electric. Those huge numbers are largely due to the fact that the Norwegian government heavily subsidizes and incentivizes EV sales. Chargers are plentiful in the country, with many cities offering free parking to EVs and free travel on toll roads. The government has even gone so far as to exclude EVs there from being charged sales tax. Additionally, the country's government has a large reserve of money made from the sale of oil and gas that is used to subsidize the sale of electric cars. On top of that, EVs in Norway have just officially overtaken gas-powered cars in sheer numbers on the road. That's right, they haven't just overtaken gas cars in sales as of late, but overall numbers across the country. There are 2.8 million registered vehicles on the road in Norway. Of those, 754,303 are electric vehicles, and 753,905 are gasoline-powered. That does leave a pretty big gap, however, of nearly 1 million vehicles that are powered by diesel. Diesel-powered vehicles have historically been very popular in Denmark, but they have greatly diminished over the years. By 2025, the country is planning to end all sales of gas and diesel-powered vehicles, making them the first to do so globally. The situation in Norway is definitely unique, but it goes to show that promoting mass EV adoption is entirely possible. In this case, to do it so quickly, it has required concerted government and societal action, but it has made that market less dependent on gasoline vehicles. While many places seem like they're easing up on their EV-related goals, it's very exciting to see a country actually be very close to their goal of stopping the sale of ICE vehicles in favor of electric. They also seem to be doing it right with tons of charging options everywhere so that it's convenient to do so. Last up today, some updates from other automakers. We are currently experiencing a time where EVs are becoming more accessible than ever, thanks largely in part to the increased accessibility of incentives and discounts. Cadillac, for example, has some really huge incentives available on their popular Lyriq SUV, which has seen discounts over $10,000 in some cases. While this vehicle has been praised quite a bit since it was released back in 2022, its nearly $60,000 price tag was a bit too much for some reviewers to stomach. Still, its luxurious stylings, smooth ride, and attractive appearance have made this vehicle appealing, and now the price is starting to creep down. The car is currently eligible for the full $7,500 federal EV tax credit, and on top of that, GM is offering up to $3,000 in additional conquest cash. That adds up to a total of $10,500 in available discounts for this vehicle, bringing the starting price down to as low as $46,695. That prompted Cars Direct to name the 2024 Lyriq as one of the industry's best new car deals for this month. This car has a 100 kilowatt-hour battery and can travel more than 300 miles per charge in real-world conditions. This car is definitely pricier than some other options on the market, but with those incentives, it adds a lot to make this an attractive option. This is just the latest vehicle to see very large price drops due to incentives, and I can't wait to see what other deals come soon. Over at Tesla, while their infotainment system has long been considered the best in the industry, other automakers are looking to catch up. Back in 2019, Tesla launched their karaoke service, which, as the name would suggest, is an entertainment feature designed around doing karaoke in your car. It's a fun feature that a lot of people have enjoyed, and while not a game changer, it's a nice added feature for some. Ford has just announced that they will be bringing their own karaoke feature to their lineup of EVs. The Stingray karaoke app will be debuted on the F-150 Lightning, and then coming to their lineup of Mustang Mach-E's soon after. The service includes songs across a wide range of genres, and it's available in 38 different languages. It's a great feature to have while stopped to charge or on a long road trip with others, so it should be a welcome feature on these vehicles, although I doubt it's leading to many, if any, sales. These features will also be coming to some other vehicles, like the Lincoln Navigator, Aviator, and Nautilus. The center infotainment system is becoming a growing part of vehicle design, and while any one feature, or lack thereof, might not be a deal breaker, the cumulative effect of having a lot of features is ultimately a selling point for many. So karaoke may not be too exciting, but it's showing that Ford is adding a lot of new features to their EVs and to the EVs that are already on the road. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see full details on how the Model Y is becoming the best-selling US car of any type, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.